Are you happy at work? Leadership and career expert Angela Champ has a few tips to help you feel better no matter what kind of job we're doing. And let's talk about, we are a very happy workforce here. I hope our bosses are watching. But I think that's because of some of our personal interactions, also because there's variety within the day. But what if you're working in a job where you're doing the same thing every single day? How do you maintain happiness?
Oh, yes. I mean, lucky you that you get to work in a happy place. We should all have that. So if you're working in a place where it's a lot of routine, let's say you're a cashier at a retail store or you work in an assembly line, you can still increase your happiness at work by doing things throughout your day. So for example, make sure you take your lunch break. Ideally, take it with a colleague so that you can get to know them, build those connections, build that community, and have a sense of belonging in the workplace. Another thing you can do is make sure that you're getting outside into the sunshine, if you're able to, if the weather allows. If you're a night shift worker, make sure during the day before you go into work that you're doing it. And you can do things like you can meditate for a couple of minutes a day to focus your energy inward and make sure that, and focus on what's in your control. Sometimes when we have a routine job, we think we don't really have any agency over what we do. But if you can have some focus on what you can control in your day, then that will increase your happiness at work.
Okay, maybe it's even your own workspace or something.
Definitely.
Circling back to the lunch thing, we always used to eat at our desks, and then we moved into this brand new building. We were told, no, you can't eat at your desk anymore. You're going to have to eat in the lunchroom. And I was a big poo-pooer of that. But you know what? It really makes a difference because you sit around the table and you're talking about non-work things with coworkers.
That's right. That's the key.
And then you come back to the desk and it's like you've had that break. You're refreshed.
That's true, and a lot of people are also working remotely at home, so make sure you're stepping away, closing that laptop, and going and taking some time for your lunch away from your laptop. Or if you still want to stay on, why don't you have a virtual lunch with a colleague so that you're still building those connections, even if you're remote working from home?
Right. What about in an industry where you're really short-staffed and you're just trying to get your job done, but yet you're dealing with people, or maybe you're not, you're just trying to get things done. How do you stay happy with that?
You know what, that's the reality of all the workforces right now, is everybody seems to be short-staffed. So again, I'll start with focus on what you can control. And if you're dealing with customers or with clients, make sure that you're managing their expectations. Tell them how long it'll be. Thank you for your patience. You're going to be next in line. Thank you for your patience. It'll be 20 minutes before we can get that document to you. By managing people's expectations, even when you're short-staffed, it calms everybody down and it lets you do your job and focus on what you can do, so that you're not feeling that stress and anxiety of people always, why am I waiting?
And you gave a great example in the break about, if you're a server at a restaurant or a bar, it's not apologizing for the wait. It's saying, we're going to get to you as soon as we can, because then you know that, okay, well, they didn't lose my order and everything's going to be okay.
Definitely. Saying sorry for waiting, sorry to keep you waiting, really reinforces those negative feelings for the client or the customer. But saying thank you for your patience, we appreciate your patronage, actually changes the tone of it and reduces the stress levels for everybody.
Do you find that people are happier, those who have a job, people are happier at work now than before the pandemic?
There was a survey that was done recently that showed that Canadians are among the most stressed workers at work. So I think the stress level has increased for the reasons that you said. We're short-staffed. Lots of people are working remote. They're lonely. And so building those connections with your colleagues, getting to know them outside of work or about them outside of work, actually will increase your happiness at work, because you'll feel like you're part of a community. You feel like you belong with others, and that will increase your happiness.
Right. We've got about a minute left. You gave another great tip when we were chatting in the break earlier about, maybe once a day, sending an email or a note, or just telling a colleague something positive.
Yes, this is so important. Once a day, handwritten note, an email, a text, or even verbally, send them a note and tell them what you appreciate about them, something they did during that day or something they accomplished. Give them an attaboy or an attagirl. Not only does it increase their happiness at work, but it also increases yours. And what you might find is that it's reciprocal. If you start doing this with people, they'll start doing it to you. Suddenly you've built a culture where your peers are recognizing one another. That makes people happy. Again, creates that sense of community and belonging.
Alrighty, we'll get all the links up to your blog at chch.com/morninglive. Thanks, Angela Champ.
Thank you.